welcome to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back again with a pick a card reading for you. Welcome to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for your beautiful comments as well underneath all of my readings. A big congratulations to this month's winner of the free tarot reading, and be sure to drop your comments as well, because I will be drawing another name shortly for another winner for the free tarot reading. And all you have to do is drop your comments below, be subscribed to the channel, and hit your notification bell so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner. If you're new to the channel and you've just stumbled here for the first time, welcome. Join us in our beautiful soul family. Get cozy. We're going to have a little chat today because we're all friends when we gather around my table. For today's pick a card topic, we're looking at the connection on your mind, and we're asking spirits a question about whether or not this person is going to give you the commitment you're looking for. Are they going to commit to you in the way that you want them to? And sometimes commitment doesn't mean the same thing for everybody. Maybe commitment means just a stabilized environment. Maybe commitment means marriage to you. But will this person commit to you the way that you need them to and the way that you want them to? We have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the pink flower and this doorway. Looks like a long hall. Pile number 2 with the white flower and the blue door. And pile number 3 with the yellow flower and the reddish door. So whichever pile or piles you're calling out, there may be messages waiting. I'm going to jump into pile 1. Today's topic is all about your person, the person on your mind. Are they ever going to commit to you the way that you want them to? Pile 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the red flower. You were also drawn to this little doorway here. It looks like a long winding hallway, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, will they ever commit to you the way that you want them to? Is there commitment in your future? We have here patience. Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see that things will be all right. Pass this card on. So maybe you have been patient. Maybe this card is very frustrating because you've already had to tap into your empowerment in order to maintain your patience up to this point. This could indicate, first of all, it's indicating that it all comes out in the wash. Ultimately, that's what my mom used to say. It all comes out in the wash. So with patience, everything is going to be revealed to you anyway. But this could also indicate a very positive outcome for you in this connection, or overall, an overall positive outcome for you as an individual. So let's take a look here and see about this connection. What is going on in this connection currently? And what can you expect in the future of this connection from this person? Let me turn this around so we can look at the pretty doorway. What is currently happening in this connection at this time, please? We have the 4 of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. We have the Temperance. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups. They could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And I love that combination of fire and earth, earth and water here. That's just almost like the perfect pairing for me. I feel like Taurus and Scorpio are like perfect together. I'm not a Taurus or a Scorpio, but I've seen this configuration a lot in my readings, in my life, and the people around me. A great partnership, Scorpio and Taurus. We have the Ace of Cups coming out as well. Back of the deck is the Page of Wands, and we have the Fool. Now, I love your reading so far, pile 1. This is my answer. I will be pulling out supports to help fuel the answer today, but we have the Page of Wands as your back of deck. So this could be something brand new for you. Maybe it's just something that's really exciting. Maybe you really, really like this person, and it hasn't completely evolved yet. You're not sure where it's going to go. But there's this feeling of like, I don't want to invest here unless I know where the investment is leading. It's like that could be your mentality. You're very practical perhaps in nature. You're a planner. You're someone who has goals. It's like maybe you have a 5-year plan and you want to know, is this person going to be a part of this 5-year plan? Because if not, I'm going to explore something else. And there is this mentality about trying to micromanage the opportunities that present to you, and this could be a part of your personality, but this could also be something that Spirit's asking you to gain mastery over, because being somebody who plans things and micromanages is wonderful. You get things done, you are assertive, you're a leader, you will do well by that. But certain aspects in the emotional realm, sometimes we have to release into the unknown. Sometimes we have to embrace the present moment and embrace the journey And there's something here about taking this leap of faith without the knowledge of having that cup filled up, or that bucket or whatever she's holding in her hand. There's this action that's communicating so much power to the universe when you take the leap of faith without the uncertainty, because it goes against the grain of who you naturally are in this present moment, or how you apply your force in relationships. And as the divine feminine, if you're relating to the divine feminine's energy, we want security. We want to know where we're going. And I've often said this in my channel, that the reason for this, I believe, is because we've spent so many generations, so many lifetimes not feeling that security. And so there's this aspect of the divine feminine now really holding on to her independent journey and saying, you know, I'm working towards my own goals, but I want to know if you're going to be beside me. I want to know if you're going to be there. And if not, I want to keep moving forward. But this Page of Wands is so exciting, and it's so filled with the possibilities of the unknowns, which are so abundant in this connection specifically. I feel like you have a really good egg here in this person. And I feel like they are a little bit guarded when it comes to expressing themselves and what their plans are. But that doesn't mean that they don't have plans, and it doesn't mean that they're not a commitment-minded type of person. We have the Three of Cups. I think this is such a beautiful pile for you, Pile 1. We have the King of Pentacles. And Spirit wants you to consider for a moment, despite the newness of the connection, or despite the uncertainty that you may be feeling, they want you to consider that maybe it's a possibility that this person's right on the same page as you. Like right on the same page as you when it comes to what their goals are, when it comes to what they want to see in the future of this connection. But there is this feeling about the reasons why we want answers now is because we are carrying conflict from the past with the Seven of Swords. And so instead of looking in the rearview mirror in connection to this new opportunity, Spirit wants you to look forward. They want you to feel confident. They want you to feel abundant, because that's where your empowerment will actually lie. And the Temperance here, the Three of Cups, even the Four of Wands, I just got this sense of dancing through this passageway together, having fun, going out, enjoying each other's company, you know, embracing your differences, embracing the way that this person triggers some of your conflicts from the past and some of your fears from the past. The Temperance asks us to have fun with it, asks us to find the joy no matter where this path is taking us, because that's setting a stage of confidence that's going to communicate exactly what you want to the universe. And the things that you want, the commitment, the children, the marriage, all of that abundance, it's actually a secondary manifestation to that heart space of abundance. And the truth is here for Pile 1, I believe that this person is right on the same page with you. And I feel like there are going to be celebrations that you will have with this person. We have the Nine of Wands, supporting the King of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. And there's that Fool. And they're saying that the delays will frustrate you, but this is actually an application of strength. So when we feel frustrated by the delays, we can transmute that into strength. We can take the frustration and say, okay, where am I being triggered by this frustration? Am I frustrated with this person, or am I frustrated with the lack of movement? What am I frustrated with? And how can I enjoy this moment fully, completely now? How can I eradicate that and turn it into something more positive, more confident? And they're asking you to take a leap of faith here. And they're asking you to make this abundant energy of this Ace of Cups, where the cup runneth over. They're asking you to allow that to be your constant companion. And they're not even talking about the full spectrum. They're talking about the now, embracing the now, which will become your full spectrum. You are brought to a crossroads where it's like a double mission. You're being tested when it comes to your root chakra and your sense of security and your sense of safety. But I feel commitments are coming in for you here. Spirit doesn't want you to have a timeline, because the timeline doesn't matter, because now is the only moment that matters. The projections of the future don't exist yet. You're creating them. But there's so much safety for you here. There is safety for you here. This is a reliable person. This is a protective person. They will protect you. And although they're maybe a tough nut to crack right now, they're doing the same thing that you are. They're trying to embrace the journey. They're trying to enjoy your company. They think that you're very different from other people that they've come across. And because of that reason, you're giving them the same run for their money that they're giving you. They're being asked to go confidently into the future. They're being asked to take leaps of faith just like you are. And they've got a lot of hope in their heart that this could be something really, really special, and that you are something really, really special. So the things in the past that have tempered our belief system surrounding love and our worthiness. All of those things were just twin flame energies meant to propel us here. I feel like you're going to get exactly what you want out of this situation. Will patience be expected of you? Most likely it will be, but there's something very traditional about this person's values. They could even be like, have religion in their corner, so to speak. Like they could have a very Christian type of belief system surrounding commitment cycles. So that might be like a necessity for them in the future. So you may have an actual commitment, an actual piece of paper that you sign in this connection in the future. What does the future hold in this connection, please? Will you get the commitment that you are seeking? The family, wolf spirit. I love that so much. We have moonlight, enchantment, the magic, and they want you to embrace the magic. This wolf is howling at the moon. But there's something, it's like we can't see the forest through the trees because the moon is representing our fears and our intuition that we're suppressing in the present moment. But in this moment, this is what we're being asked to do, to accept this moment fully, to accept the opportunity, to embrace it, to jump into it so that we can have the results and the rewards that are waiting for us, which is exactly matching the desires of your heart. And once we surrender to the uncertainty, the fear, ultimately Spirit says that's when God listens and he recognizes what the desires of our heart are. As soon as we stop resisting. We have here the golden egg. What a good egg this is, Spirit says. There's so much potential. It should be protected. It should be protected. And we protect it by enjoying it fully, by embracing it fully. We have Scorpion on the back of the deck. I do get an essence of Scorpio energy coming in for the Divine Masculine. What a beautiful aspect for you, Pile 1. Transform and emerge with beauty and grace from your cocoon. This connection is going to kind of turn you inside out, so to speak. It's like it's going to make you apply or ask you to apply a new force that maybe you haven't applied before. It's going to ask you to take a step back and stop trying to micromanage everything. It's going to ask you to step outside of your comfort zone by releasing and just going and surrendering to the flow. We have here kindness. Be kind to yourself and take respite by a pond, and be kind to others. And uncertainty, the shades of gray within the fog will eventually lift. You were drawn originally to the patience. Everything soon will come to light, and you will soon see that things will be all right. There's so much, I feel, security, which is what I think your heart and soul is longing for. Maybe you haven't experienced that before. Maybe you thought that you had, but it was completely pulled out from underneath you. But that's what I feel like that's what I feel like you're going to get in this connection, Pile 1. Let's get a charm bowl, please. Pile number 1, advice for Pile 1 in the bowl here. Ace of Swords. There's a lot of stress associated with how you're feeling. It's almost like you're on guard, like you don't want to be hurt again, or you don't want to be the last to know something, or it's like you've dealt with traitors in the past, and so you don't want to deal with traitors anymore. And this is coming from a sense of deep insecurity and comparison. Like maybe you're comparing your journey too with other people's, and maybe you're at a rush to commit because you want to feel like you're not losing the race, but there's no competition for you. There's no competition for you to compare yourself to. And we have this beautiful initiation of a new start, a new beginning, and they want you to seek out more information that will help you feel more confident about it. Surrender to what's about to be revealed to you. We have the purple flower, which is expansion. I love that. We have U and O and Y. We have the frog. I think about transition and moving from the tadpole to the frog. I also think about listening to our intuition. The key is listening to our intuition. Butterfly transformation. And we have the big empty heart. So heart chakra issues as well. Pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. Be sure to hit your notification bell if you do enter in for a chance to win a free reading so that I can notify you if you are chosen my winner. But I hope you come and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 2. You are drawn to the white flower or to the blue door, and this is your reading. Will the person on your mind today ever give you the commitment that you seek in this connection? Maybe that commitment means marriage. Maybe it just means a solidified agreement between the two of you. Maybe it means going steady. Whatever that means to you, will this person offer this to you? You were drawn to the blue door, and we have deeper. You are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is yet to come. Hold on, hold on. This can be a beautiful sign for your connection on your mind, but this is also a beautiful symbol for you as an individual, because Spirit always wants us to understand that when we are involved and invested in a tarot reading, ultimately, their focus is always going to shift back to you. No matter who we're asking about or talking to, they always want to reassure you on your spiritual journey, because they have access to you right this moment because you've given them permission. So they want you to know that the best is yet to come for you. So we'll see if that best is going to be invested in this connection or not. Will this person on your mind give you the commitment that you are seeking? Will they commit the way that you want them to? We have the Seven of Swords coming out first. We have the Seven of Cups. I just get this impression with the Seven of Swords of like being at a wedding and everyone's paired off and we're at the kids' table and we have nobody to dance with. And it can, like, that despair, that loneliness can really shake our focus and start to make us feel emotionally confused. It's like a comparison energy. It's filled with kind of conflict, a little bit of jealousy. We have the Emperor. We also have here the Ten of Cups coming in reversal. We have the Sun. Back of the deck, we have the Two of Wands, and we do have the Lovers. Whoops. As well, there is the Justice. And I see the Eight of Swords, so let's clarify this as we go forward. Will they give you the commitment that you seek? Please, pile number 2. Wheel of Fortune supporting the Seven of Swords. The Four of Swords and the Devil. We have the Six of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles. We have the World with the Sun. We have the Seven of Swords and we have the Queen of Wands. Now they're questioning our desires to kind of move into this cycle at this moment. They're asking us why we want to move into the cycle of commitment with this person. They're asking us if it's because of like comparison energy, judgment energy, like are we doing it because we want to or because we feel like this is the path that we deserve in the present moment. I am getting multiple messages that are coming in for this pile for you. I feel like you're going to receive an offering for the commitment that you're looking for, but I feel like you're going to be on the fence about what you want to do at that point. It's like you're asking for it, asking for it, asking for it, and then when it's given to you, you are delaying the response. It's like you're deciding in that moment whether or not you actually want to enter into this commitment. I do feel for most there's going to be a very positive outcome here for you. Here with the Lovers, the Justice, this is about the two of you moving into a physical commitment, signing papers. You know, the justice field will be involved, so you'll be doing it in a church perhaps, or maybe town hall, city hall. So I feel like this is something that the two of you will do. I also feel like for someone, the two of you will go on vacation and do it in secret. So maybe you'll go to Vegas or maybe you'll go overseas, but there's this feeling about jumping ship and doing it alone, doing it independently, not really having the big shebang that maybe everybody expects, but that you'll do it on vacation. Maybe you'll slip off to Vegas and create this commitment for us. We have as your backup deck the Two of Wands, and then we have the Seven of Swords. And the Two of Wands is like a planning energy. It's like maybe we're making plans. Maybe we've discussed commitment cycles. There's this feeling, but then we have this Seven of Swords where we have a lot of conflict. We're looking into the past. We started with your Seven of Swords, and this is about being honest with ourselves and other people about what we're waiting for. So if you haven't had this discussion, but you feel restlessness brewing and confusion brewing and frustration and insecurity brewing, Spirit is encouraging you to be generous emotionally with this person and say, this is my expectation. This is what I'm hoping for. Not that you're trying to put the burden on that person, but if you clearly state this is what I want, then it gives them the opportunity to step towards you to grant you that request ultimately. It's not a guarantee for this person, but it gives them the opportunity. And I feel like if you are clarifying what you truly want, it's more likely to come to you, if I'm honest. It's more likely to come to you. I feel like there's going to be some delays here for you and I feel like there has been delays. Like maybe you've been with this person for a really long time. I feel like there's codependency here. It's like we've been together for a really long time. And I'm hearing this question of like, what are we waiting for? Like, are we waiting for the perfect amount of coin to get it done? Are we waiting to have the great big reception? Like, what are we waiting for? I feel like children could already be a part of your story together. You guys might have already grown a family together. And so that creates a lot more complications towards even the coin necessary for physical commitments if we choose big weddings, for instance. Again, that's why I feel like maybe you're slipping off to just get it done, because there's this emphasis on, are we doing it for the right reasons? Are we doing it because we're wanting to impress other people? It's like I keep seeing a wedding table, but maybe we're waiting for the perfect opportunity to dress this table up beautifully when our priority should be the commitment that we're making to each other. And that's where some of the delay comes in. But then all of a sudden, we have this moment of epiphany of like, you know what, let's tap into our strength and let's just get it done. Let's just get it done. Let's make a decision and let's act upon it. It's like, I've been waiting long enough. I've been held up long enough. And so now I'm shifting my focus in a new direction. And that's what I feel like your expectations of what you wanted to see in this commitment, again, maybe your expectations about the marriage itself and that day has delayed things, has kind of gotten us to a place where we're waiting for enough money to get it done. But then we shift our focus. We start to get determined. We start to protect the family and the coin, and we get exactly what we want without the huge receipt, or without the huge, like without all of the money having to be spent at the end of the day. So I feel like you're going to get exactly what you want, but I feel like we are creating some delays because we are trying to get our dreams to wrap up in a nice little package, and maybe our reality in the 3D doesn't really match our dreams right now. It's like our reality in what we really want out of a marriage or out of that one day, maybe we can't afford it. You know, I'm just getting the sense of like, we have so many other priorities. We have so many other things to worry about. And there's a deep connection here. Like, I feel like this person would do anything for you. I feel like this divine masculine would do anything for you that they're capable of doing. It's like they're ready today. They're like, what are we waiting for? This person's ready to marry you today. But you're like, well, I'm waiting for this. And I'm waiting for the perfect moment and the perfect situation and the perfect opportunity. And I'm waiting for my dream to come true. When the truth is that Spirit says we're not living for those moments, those grandiose moments where we get married, have children. Those are great checkpoints, but we're living for every single moment up to it. And I feel like there is going to be this shift in our focus where we recognize that maybe my expectations won't be matched here, and if I continue to hold on to this expectation, I might lose out on my opportunity. And so there's like this healing. There's almost like a mourning period where we're like mourning that dream of that wedding day, but then we move into power. We move into making the plan and executing the plan, because this plan has taken too long. We perhaps made the plan years ago. Years ago we made the plan, and now we're going to execute the plan. So I do feel like you're going to get the commitment. They say that it's going to require a little vulnerable leap of faith from the divine feminine, where she is really embracing the connection and recognizing that this type of connection that the two of you share is worth all the steps you're guided to take, even if it means a little bit of a compromise to what you thought you really wanted to see in that physical commitment. So I feel like it's a very positive outcome for you. We see the world, we see success, we see the sun. And it's like we're deciding to spend the money on the honeymoon instead of on the day. Like, that's what it feels like. We're gonna elope, we're gonna get married at town hall, and then we're gonna go on a great vacation. And maybe you'll even go to Italy. Like, maybe you'll even go somewhere incredible. We have here, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. It's like give the outcome that we want a fair shake by listening to the prompts of intuition that will carry us to that outcome. And as you can see, the divine masculine is looking straight at her, and she's looking away. She's like, I'm looking away, I've got my dreams. He's focused, he's like, I'll do it right now. I'm waiting for you. I feel like they've already asked. You may have been engaged for a long time. We have here, it's time to clear your energy. You deserve love. You are lovable. They're also talking about not holding back anymore. Not holding back from what you truly want. Shooting your shot and taking the shot when you feel called to. Heart-to-heart conversations are needed. Honestly discuss your feelings, your desires, your hopes here with each other. They definitely want you to create clarity for your partner as to, why you're frustrated, what you expect, what you want out of life, what you want out of the marriage, what you want out of the commitment cycle. Allow them to give you what you want. It's like, let them know so they can give you what you want. And then we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, and you will. And look at the gondola and the gondola. There's a really strong emphasis on Italy, actually, right now. So you'll be going on a great vacation, even if you end up having like a smaller commitment ceremony of some kind. Can you expect in the future this connection for pile number 2, please? Manifesting dreams. You are manifesting them into reality. There is something beautiful about a family that perhaps is going to be formed out of this union or is already in place here. There's this feeling of like, I put the cart before the horse, but we love that little cart. And there's this beautiful energy about not letting each other slip away. We have here wisdom, the owl spirit, number 27. And that's what we're doing. We are creating the solutions. We're creating the desires of our heart by tapping into our wisdom codes and by being logical about the next step. We also have activation time. I love that. It says the spirit guardian of spring. The activation time reminds me of the 4 of Wands. And here is the swan. I think about the ugly duckling story and moving into abundance. I also think about dreams coming true for you ultimately. Oops. Advice, please, for pile number 2 for the future of this connection. We have the cheetah. I love the cheetah for you because the cheetah is all about taking advantage of an opportunity now. It's like we're not waiting because we might miss our chance. It's like we're not going to wait any longer. We're going to take advantage. We can sprint. We can't long distance run with the cheetah. So we have to take advantage as it presents. And that's what's going to get you to the destination of abundance. That's what's going to get you to your outcome of your goals. We have the hyena. Nothing is going to waste as well in this connection. The hyena is like a scavenger energy, and you can see it's like half moon, is half in the darkness, half in the light. So there's an aspect of embracing this moment fully, embracing the in-between so that we can see the opportunity and just act upon it. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. Advice for pile 2, please, in this connection. Judgment, the High Priestess, the 9 of Pentacles. There is this feeling about insecurity and like comparing your journey to other people's. It's like not feeling very confident about it's like you're holding space for this dream wedding or this dream and you're comparing your journey to other people's. But this judgment is asking us to call back our energy from the practical elements which will return to dust and return to nature. And they're asking us instead to listen to the notes of intuition, which are, it's like these ancient wisdom codes that we get to draw upon so that we can move ourselves into the position that we really want to and eradicate the voices that are distracting us from that purpose. In the bowl today, we have the saxophone. I think about longing. I think about like those 90s music videos where we're longing on the beach and there's a lone saxophone player. The Leaf of Change and the 7 of Cups, looking at your options when it comes to the changes you want to see. Empress energy, airplane travel. You guys are going on a trip. You guys are going on a honeymoon. We also have here the creative canvas. You guys have the artist manifestation, creative accountability, and crescent moon, trusting your intuition. And sometimes the intuition is going to have a battle because I often see peacock feathers surrounding the moon. And so there's like a battle that gets warred between our heart and our head sometimes in this sort of situation. All right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. Drop me a comment below. Even if you have to come back to share your comment, I would love to hear your story. If you would like to be entered for a chance to win a free reading with me, and be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can notify you if you are chosen the winner. Be sure to protect yourself here and on Instagram as well, though. I will never send private DMs soliciting readings, so be sure to not get scammed. You can also check out my link below for a personal reading from Etsy. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the yellow flower and to this reddish door, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, will they give you the commitment that you're looking for? Whatever that commitment looks like to you, whether it be marriage, whether it be, seeing each other exclusively, will they give you the commitment that you deserve and that you're looking for? You were drawn to the red door, and it says intuition. Simple, complex words of pain and words that heal. You come to know the truth by the way that it feels. So this is a really strong indicator that we need to tap into our intuition in order to gain the clarity, in order to take the necessary steps to achieve our goals overall. So let's take a look at this connection itself. I can choose the deck I want to use. I'm going to use the Joie de Vivre Tarot for you today. We're starting with the Fool, but I'm going to reshuffle because it just kind of popped out. So pile number 3, what's happening in this connection? What can the future hold here? Will this person on your mind give you the commitment that you deserve? We have the Moon. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords, 2 of Pentacles coming out with the King of Coins, and we have the Hermit in the reversal. Back of the deck we do have the 2 of Wands, and we do have the 10 of Wands. So let's clarify this message as we go forward here. So your backup deck today, pile 3, is the 2 of Wands, which is sort of like a planning energy. And when I look at her hand, I know it's supposed to be a world, but it often almost looks like a snail to me. So there's like perhaps some patience or delays that you've already experienced here. And there is this weight of the unknown that is being carried. I also just saw the 4 of Pentacles, and look at how she looks like a spider. She's got this patchwork quilt underneath her. Can we clarify the Moon, please, for pile number 3? We have the 10 of Pentacles. First of all, your guides and your angels know exactly what you want. Like, they know exactly what you want and what you deserve. And they're not here to rub salt in the wound, but they keep talking about salt in the wound with the communication. And so they're saying that for some, this message might come as a painful message or as a disappointing message, because they see that you're being, it's like this person is saying, eventually we're going to do this, eventually we're going to do this, eventually we're going to do this. But the 2 of Pentacles says that this person is on the fence about what to do. They're on the fence about what to do because they're competing with this inability to commit right now. They're still restless. They still are curious about what else is available to them in this connection or otherwise. And not that they're skirting around or anything, but they're just not certain about the future in this present moment. And they are speaking here about your intuition and about how you are very intuitive. But sometimes when Spirit gives us an intuitive message, we distract ourselves from it because we don't want to hear it. That's when I try to read for myself. I don't like the messages that Spirit brings forward. It's like they don't make sense to me because I'm not ready to hear them or because I don't want to absorb them. And that's what it feels like. You are being brought to sort of, and I feel like you've already been brought to this benchmark. Maybe that's what drew you to this reading, is that you've been brought to a benchmark in this connection, or maybe you will be very soon, where you are questioning it, and you're questioning the past, and you're questioning the future. And the reason why you're brought here is because there's fears associated with it. And I feel like you're almost afraid to go down the rabbit hole of that exploration when it comes to those fears, because you don't want any of the information to rub salt in the wound of what you really want in this situation. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And we have an emphasis on the 4 of Pentacles. I do not see your relationship ending necessarily, but there is this feeling about weaving our own destiny and having an uncertainty regarding the future, not feeling stabilized, not combining our finances, there's no real sense of togetherness or camaraderie in this 4 of Pentacles for me right now. And with the Hermit reverse, there's a feeling of loneliness and isolation that you may experience in the future of this connection. And when it draws us right back, to your first original pull, because it says your intuition, words of pain are words that heal. You come to know the truth by the way that feels. And this doesn't feel very good. And right here, when it doesn't feel very good, there's this dragonfly buzzing in our ear saying, change, change, change. If it doesn't feel good, step away. If you're touching the stove element and it's burning, pull your hand back. And so this isolation and loneliness, uncertainty in the plans in implementing the plans in the future might make you uncertain about where you stand, where your future stands. If you look at the Four of Pentacles, it looks like two different cities. And it feels like my foot's in two different cities. So maybe you haven't even moved in completely together, or you're still maintaining your own residence with this person, and that may continue in the future of this connection. But the good news is that Spirit knows what you want. They know the desires of your heart. Here's the Page of Pentacles. There's the Page of Cups. There is an opportunity with the message that they're bringing up here. They are actually indicating, first of all, in your future, Pal 3, you have commitment cycles. In your future, you have commitment cycles, you have abundance, you have everything that you want. This period of time in this relationship that you're asking about is a part of a foundation. Now, that could mean that eventually this will be the person with you. But for some, I believe you might walk away to enter into that empowerment. I believe you might listen to the notes of intuition, and there's this aspect about recognizing the delays here. So for some, I feel like this person will commit to you, but it's going to take a few years in order to get to that finish line. But for others, that 2-year time frame, or that period of time where you are feeling frustrated and maybe even afraid to kind of bring up the subject a little bit with this person, that is going to be plugging away information into your intuition. Your intuition is going to be going over time and giving you messages, giving you prompts on how you can change directions, how you can experience more in this situation. And those prompts are going to look different for different people that are watching this video at this moment, because I'm dealing with the collective. For some, it's going to prompt you to focus on the journey and to not worry about the outcome. When we're trying to manifest, we're not supposed to worry about the outcome. We're just supposed to feel so confident about it that we're just living and enjoying the moment. For others, you may feel prompted to find your empowerment elsewhere, and you will. You will. When you listen to the notes of intuition, the universe will provide, and you will have new emotional starts that pop up. You will have new opportunities pop up. You will have new things to explore popping up. And ultimately, following that intuition, changing directions. She's playing the violin because there's sadness associated with shifts and transition always. There's a fear associated with changes in our life. But when we go out on a limb, there's the starfish underneath. When we journey into wholeness, all of a sudden the universe provides and we get the desires of our heart. So there is commitment cycles in your future. That is your destiny. There is a question about whether or not you will decide if this person is the right person for you, or if the delays that you're experiencing are too much for you to handle, are not emotionally abundant enough for you, because they're talking about the uncertainty for the divine masculine creeping into uncertainty for you. Now, as I said, that I don't feel like this is going to end until you decide to end things or shift your perspective in this connection. So it's not talking about the end of the relationship. It's asking you to make plans based on your intuitive prompts and your intuitive messages, even if those prompts are a little bit scary, even if those prompts encourage you to choose you. They want you to prioritize you and your journey and your goals here. Pile number 3, please. Will they give you the commitment that you're seeking? Now, again, for others, you may decide to stick it out here, and after a few years' time, I feel like there could be a commitment cycle that moves in. But it's like it's taking this divine masculine a long time to reveal his plan. We have here, be flexible, the Willow Spirit. Flexibility in your expectations will be very critical in this connection on your mind. It's like this person will not operate in the timeline that you expect them to, or that you maybe want them to. Timing will be an issue here. But they're also asking for flexibility in your plans and flexibility in the outcome overall. Not necessarily in the outcome, because I feel like that's sure for you with the moon energy. But it may require listening to the notes of intuition and following it into changes into your life. So being flexible with your original plan. And we have gratitude, number 6, the Bluebell Fairy. And there's this stag here, which is a symbol of strength. And there is this feeling about collaboration. It's like collaborating with Source to bring our focus back to abundance. And then we have the Courage, the Aspen Spirit, number 3. And see this beautiful kingdom that is through the trees. Now the trees are a symbol like the 7 of Wands of the obstacles and things that we have to navigate around to get to our outcome. And that's what I feel like is going to happen for you, Pile 3, is that there is going to be some shifts or some adjustments that are going to be needed in this connection and with you in trusting your intuition to lead you to your kingdom. But it's yours. It's yours. And Spirit says that when you follow the stirrings of your heart, you will naturally flow into that abundance. I feel like it might be challenging to be able to reach the finish line with this person specifically at this time. And you may decide that you can find that elsewhere. And Spirit says if you decide that, you will find it elsewhere. We have here the eagle. And we also have the camel. I do think of thirst and endurance. It's about giving your cares as well to the eagle, to the creator, so you can take them to the creator and looking at things from a higher perspective to tap into the strength and bravery that's required to fuel your own thirst in the situation. If you feel like your partner is not fueling the thirst that you need them to. We have whale, expression, or you'll drown in your own emotion, but also going with the flow and surrendering to the prompts from Spirit. Advice, please, for pile number 3, the future of this love energy. Change. Falling leaves do not signify the end, but the beginning of a fruitful new season. And that's what I feel like for you. I feel like this connection for you, there's shifts and challenges ahead. There's some changes. And for some, you may feel like this is not the environment for you. You may decide to find it elsewhere. Back of the deck says, take time to lie in the emerald grass. And Spirit says you have time because there's patience and endurance required of you here. And always remember that we're weaving our own destiny. We're weaving our own destiny in this situation. So we get to be, it's like we're controlling our avatar. Advice for pile number 3, please, in the bowl. The Sun, the Knight of Wands, the Hermit reverse. Again, the Hermit reverse, Virgo energy, Leo energy. You know, the Knight of Wands reverse is something that's not in action or not in movement because we want it to be in movement. But if it's in the reversal, it's not in movement. And so that creates the uncertainty of the plan being executed. And this is the enlightenment. It's like when we observe that we don't see a lot of action, when we observe our emotions dipping because of the uncertainty and the insecurity that we're feeling, all of a sudden it triggers a response, an awareness, a clarity in us that is going to trigger a vulnerable move or trigger a vulnerable request from Spirit. You can see that the little baby is waving the red flag of victory. And it's a beautiful understanding that no matter what you're prompted or triggered to do in all of your connections, your guides are never going to force you. They're never going to, judge you for whatever path you choose. It's an unbridled decision that you get to make. In the bowl, we have why. We have made with love, I think of children. We have ing, I think of action words. And me versus me. We also have here the 10 of Swords as the fish bones, and it's the white one. So it's kind of more optimistic than the traditional 10 of Swords. It just asks us to apply a new force, make a new plan, readjust the original plan because the original plan may not come into focus the way that we want. 5 of Pentacles, I think about situations and environments that we use as crutches a little bit. We have here Virgo for the Divine Feminine and really having to contemplate their next step. The heart chakra, exploring something new with the cherries. And then we have the Hierophant step flipped over. The Hierophant steps are about commitment cycles. And then we have the plume of change. Pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. I'm praying for you. Your guides have given you some overview of what to expect, but they're going to be walking with you no matter what. If you would like to be entered in for a chance to win a free reading with me, be sure to drop your comment below and hit your notification bell. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.